Have you ever felt foggy or had trouble focusing after breakfast? As if you just finished your meal but your memory has become even more blurred? If you've ever experienced that, then this video is a small gift just for you. And the surprise at the end might just make you smile. At our age, we sometimes quietly drift through the morning without realizing that our mind is slowing down. Looking at the newspaper but forgetting the first line, or stepping out of the house only to realize we forgot the keys. These things don't make us weak. They are simply gentle signals from our body. Aging changes the way our brain functions. The process of storing memories, the ability to focus or think quickly, is no longer what it used to be. And long-held eating habits, which seemed harmless, may actually play a crucial role in all of this. If we keep sticking to the same old menu with strong coffee and a few dry crackers, sooner or later our mind will start to feel like mist. Forgetfulness, fatigue, lack of focus. These things gradually steal away the joy from the little moments of life. But did you know, just a gentle adjustment to your breakfast can change your whole day? From your mind to your smile. And the final food I'll share in this video may surprise you because it's incredibly familiar. If you're over 60, leave the number 1 in the comments so I know we're on this journey together. And if you feel this video truly speaks to you, click subscribe to Senior Compass so that every new morning we can continue to share something beautiful together. 1. Whole grains. Some breakfasts seem incredibly simple. A slice of toast, a cup of tea, maybe a bit of thin porridge for easy digestion. But behind that simplicity lies a long story about brain health, a story that we, those over 60, need to understand clearly. And in the journey of preserving memory, whole grains are the very first friend that should be present on our breakfast table each morning. What are whole grains? They include brown rice, oats, whole wheat bread, and unrefined grains. Unlike refined grains, which are often white and soft, whole grains retain the bran and germ, the parts richest in nutrients. This is what makes them a sustainable fuel source for the brain. Not overly sweet, not causing blood sugar spikes, but rather maintaining steady energy throughout the morning. At this age, many of us frequently experience what feels like a foggy brain, not necessarily confusion, but clearly not as sharp as we once were. One cause of this is fluctuating blood sugar levels after meals, especially when we eat sugary, low-fiber foods or skip breakfast entirely. The brain is the only organ that uses glucose almost continuously to function. If blood sugar drops too low or spikes and crashes quickly, fatigue and difficulty concentrating will soon follow. Whole grains gently help manage this. They contain complex carbohydrates, which digest more slowly than simple sugars, supplying the brain and body with steady energy. Moreover, these grains are rich in B vitamins, especially B1, thiamine, B6, pyridoxine, and folic acid, all essential for neurotransmission, mood improvement, and maintaining clarity of mind. Do you remember those younger years when we used to dismiss breakfast, rushing off to work with a half-empty stomach, or just a quick cup of coffee? Back then, we believed our bodies were strong enough to power through. But at this stage of life, our bodies need gentleness and rhythm. A slice of whole wheat bread spread with nut butter, or a bowl of oats cooked with chia seeds and fruit, that's not just a meal, but a quiet whisper. Today, I choose to live with clarity and grace. That said, not all foods labeled whole grain are truly beneficial. Many packaged grain products contain added sugars, preservatives, and have lost their natural nutrients. Prioritize unrefined, minimally processed grains. The best option? Cook it yourself. Simple, reassuring, and nourishing. Over time, maintaining a habit of eating whole grains in the morning can help prevent type 2 diabetes, lower cholesterol, and support heart health, all of which are closely tied to brain function. When the heart pumps blood efficiently, the brain receives the oxygen and nutrients it needs. Think about it. With just one small change, Replacing white bread with whole wheat, white rice with brown rice, or simply adding a spoonful of oats to your morning milk. You've opened a door to mental clarity, starting your day with wellness from within. Imagine a morning where you step into the garden, holding a warm cup of tea, at peace knowing that you've nourished your memory with a loving choice. And if you catch a little twinkle in your eye, or an old memory comes back more clearly, maybe, just maybe, it's because whole grains have quietly walked alongside you. Aging doesn't mean stepping back if we know how to choose each breakfast to move forward, with a sharp mind and a peaceful heart. 2. High-quality protein. A morning of energy and memory. Some mornings you wake up and feel yourself slowing down. Not just your body, but your mind seems to drift. A story you're telling trails off unexpectedly. A familiar task suddenly feels confusing. You might think it's just age, and that's partly true, but it might also be that your breakfast this morning was missing a very important element: high-quality protein. After 60, our bodies change quietly every day. Muscle mass declines, tissue regeneration slows, and especially the neurotransmitters in our brain, the ones that help us remember names, follow conversations, and solve problems, need more consistent nourishment than ever before. That's when protein steps in as a silent hero. Protein isn't just for building muscles, as we often believed in our younger years. For older adults, it's the main building block for maintaining brain cell structures, synthesizing enzymes and hormones, regenerating skin, hair, and internal organs. Most importantly, protein is directly involved in producing neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, the molecules that govern clarity, mood, and memory. However, not all protein is the same. High-quality protein contains all essential amino acids, and older bodies must get these from food. The best protein sources for people over 60 include soft-boiled or lightly steamed eggs, silken tofu or steamed soybeans, fresh milk, unsweetened, or low-sugar yogurt, steamed or lightly grilled salmon, tender-cooked chicken breast or lean meat, roasted or well-cooked legumes. A single egg, seemingly simple, is a powerful gift for memory. Eggs contain choline, a nearly miraculous nutrient for the brain. Choline supports the structure of neuron membranes and helps produce acetylcholine, a key neurotransmitter for short-term memory. Many studies show that older adults who get enough choline often have better focus and reflexes. Compared to our younger days when eating was spontaneous, our current bodies require thoughtful choices. Skipping meals, consuming too little protein, or opting for greasy, heavy sources can lead to fatigue, liver and kidney strain, and even hidden malnutrition, a common yet often overlooked condition in the elderly. When protein is lacking, the skin wrinkles, hair thins, limbs weaken, and memory dulls. You might think, "I'm older now, eating light helps digestion." That's valid, but light doesn't mean nutrient poor. The issue isn't quantity, but quality and balance. A breakfast with a soft steamed egg, a slice of whole wheat bread, and a warm glass of milk, light yet steady, is enough to carry your body and mind through the morning. And if you're vegetarian or avoid dairy, don't worry, you can still get sufficient protein from tofu, plant-based milk, especially soy milk, chia seeds, walnuts, oats, and quinoa. The key is knowing how to combine them to ensure all essential amino acids are provided and absorbed efficiently. A high-protein breakfast also helps regulate blood sugar, keeps you full longer, reduces cravings, supporting weight management and lowering the risk of type 2 diabetes. And you know what? When the body is nourished, the mind is calm, clear, and joyful. One morning you open your eyes to sunlight gently spilling across the yard, and in the kitchen, the scent of boiled eggs mingles with the soft clink of a spoon against a porcelain bowl. It's more than just a meal. It's your way of saying to yourself, "Today, I choose to live with clarity." Age may slow our steps, but when the right protein is chosen, memory, sharpness, and the joy of living can still grow day by day. 3. Fresh vegetables and fruits. A green heart that nourishes the brain. Have you ever noticed that starting your day with a glass of orange juice or a plate of lightly steamed vegetables somehow lifts your mood? That feeling isn't random. It's the body's quiet whisper, responding with joy to the loving nourishment from fresh fruits and vegetables. After 60, the brain becomes like a garden that needs careful tending. The trees inside, our memories, our reflexes, our clarity, can only continue to blossom if watered daily with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. And nothing is richer in these nutrients than a colorful plate of fruits and vegetables in the morning. Fresh fruits like oranges, strawberries, blueberries, apples, and bananas contain vitamin C, which protects nerve cells from damage caused by free radicals. Especially blueberries. They've been shown in numerous studies to enhance memory and mental agility in older adults. Leafy greens like spinach, kale, and broccoli are full of folate and vitamin K, nutrients closely linked to brain and nervous system health. The antioxidants in fruits and vegetables are like silent warriors, defending the brain against chronic inflammation, one of the key causes of cognitive decline in seniors. If the brain were an old house, free radicals would be the dust that clouds everything inside, and fruits and veggies would be the fresh breeze that brightens it up again. Unlike our younger years, when we often ignored vegetables at breakfast, every slice of tomato or sprig of green now feels like a gem for health. A smoothie of banana, spinach, and chia seeds, or even a small salad with cucumber and shredded carrots, can serve as a natural medicine for the mind. Many older adults often say, "Food just doesn't taste the same anymore." But the truth is, loss of appetite may be an early sign of nutrient deficiency, particularly a lack of zinc, iron, or B vitamins. By adding vegetables and fruits to breakfast, the taste buds awaken gently, and the mood gradually lifts. Furthermore, fresh fruits contain natural sugars that are easy to digest and don't harm blood sugar like refined sugars. An apple, a slice of papaya, or half a ripe banana can replace pastries, keeping you full without weight gain. The feeling of lightness and energy after such a breakfast can carry you through until noon, allowing you to work, read, or take a walk without fatigue. It's important to note that fruits and vegetables should be eaten fresh, steamed, or lightly cooked. Avoid overcooking, which destroys vital enzymes and vitamins. If possible, choose seasonal, organic produce. It's both cost-effective and full of the true flavor of the earth. Let nature touch you each morning, in the green of leaves, the vibrant orange of carrots, or the ruby red of pomegranates. For seniors with conditions like diabetes or high blood pressure, choosing the right fruits and vegetables can also be preventive therapy. For example, kale and celery can help lower blood pressure naturally. Avocado supports good cholesterol, and citrus fruits like grapefruit and oranges help reduce arterial plaque, all of which improve blood flow to the brain. And did you know when we eat fruits and vegetables daily, our skin becomes clearer, our eyes brighter, and a lively glow lights up our face? No need for expensive cosmetics or supplements, just real, wholesome produce and a gentle breakfast routine. You can start tomorrow. No need for anything elaborate. A plate of steamed greens with a touch of sesame salt, a refreshing slice of watermelon, or half an avocado mashed on whole wheat toast. That's how you tell your body, "I still cherish clarity. I choose to nourish myself with what is green, kind, and true." Aging isn't a pause. It's a chance to listen more deeply to ourselves. Every leaf of spinach, every wedge of orange can become a small miracle that nurtures memory and peace of mind. 4. Nuts and seeds. From tiny drops to big memory gains. There's something fascinating that many older adults often overlook. The smallest foods can hold the most powerful energy. A handful of walnuts, a spoonful of chia seeds, or a few slices of toasted almonds. You might snack on them casually at breakfast, but they are actually nutritional gems, quietly helping you preserve your most precious memories. In our later years, we tend to focus on heart health, joint care, blood pressure, yet often forget that the brain also needs care, as perhaps the most vital organ for our inner life. If we wish for a sharp memory, emotional stability, and mental clarity, then adding nuts and seeds to breakfast is one of the simplest yet most effective things we can do. Walnuts, almonds, chia seeds, flax seeds, pumpkin seeds, cashews, all are rich in unsaturated fats, particularly omega-3 and omega-6, essential nutrients for brain health that the body cannot produce on its own. These good fats help build and protect neuron membranes, enhance communication between brain cells, and thus support memory, reflexes, and emotional balance. If brain cells are like phones sending messages back and forth, omega-3s are the strong Wi-Fi signal that keeps everything fast and clear. In older adults, when omega-3 levels decline, those connections weaken, leading to forgetfulness, mental fog, mood swings, even mild depression or chronic anxiety. Moreover, nuts are high in vitamin E, a standout antioxidant known to protect the brain from aging. A study from Harvard Medical School found that older adults who consumed about 5 walnuts per day had better memory and processing ability than those who didn't include nuts in their diet. Vitamin E also slows the formation of brain plaques, one of the causes of Alzheimer's disease. Besides boosting memory, nuts support heart health, essential for brain function, since the brain needs steady blood flow for nourishment. The healthy fats in nuts help lower bad cholesterol, LDL, raise good cholesterol, HDL, regulate blood pressure, and reduce the risk of stroke, a common concern among the elderly. You can add nuts to your breakfast in many simple ways. Sprinkle chia seeds into warm milk or oatmeal. Add a few almond slices to your unsweetened yogurt. Snack on walnuts with banana or sliced apple. Make your own nut butter, peanut or almond, to spread on whole wheat toast. And the good news is, though small in size, nuts are easy to store, easy to use, and versatile in every meal. Just a few spoonfuls each morning, and you've given your brain a silent, loving boost. But be mindful to choose unsalted, unroasted varieties, and eat moderate portions, around 20-30 grams a day, to protect your digestion and maintain a healthy weight. There's something few people realize. Chewing nuts slowly also activates parts of the brain associated with cognition and satisfaction. The gentle crunch, the nutty aroma, these sensations bring subtle joy, awaken taste, and evoke memories of simple, familiar things. If one day you feel mentally tired or not as sharp as before, don't worry. Start with something small, a clean handful of toasted seeds placed beside your morning tea. Day by day, you'll find your memory no longer lags, but feels lovingly cared for by these gentle drops of natural oil. No need for costly supplements or complex diets. Sometimes, the elegance of aging begins with the smallest seeds, when we pour heart and care into every breakfast. As we close today's breakfast journey, perhaps you've come to see that the simplest foods, like oats, eggs, vegetables, or a few walnuts, are quietly nourishing our memory, piece by piece. 4 foods, 4 faithful friends, not only help stabilize energy but also protect the brain from the silent aging brought on by time, because memory doesn't fade all at once. It slips away, bit by bit, through the unwholesome choices we repeat over the years. A nutrient-poor breakfast may not cause immediate pain, but it silently tires the brain, slows down reflexes, and makes emotions more fragile. You don't need to change everything at once. Just one boiled egg, a handful of roasted seeds, or a warm bowl of oatmeal. That's already a gentle and wise beginning. And if you've ever thought, at my age, what difference does it make now? I want to tell you, every age can start anew, as long as there's still a breakfast ahead of us. Growing older isn't a pause. It's a time to live more deeply, more clearly, and to care for ourselves more kindly in every moment. You've spent a lifetime caring for others. Now it's your time to tend to yourself, beginning with the very first meal of the day. Make it a habit to look at your plate each morning and ask, "Today, have I shown love to my brain?" If you find it hard to remember things, smile gently to yourself and try adding a slice of orange, a few cucumber sticks, or a spoonful of yogurt topped with walnuts. You might be surprised that after just a few weeks, your mind feels clearer and your heart more at peace. Sometimes, the smallest things hold the greatest healing power, and if you find this content truly helpful, please click subscribe to Senior Compass. So every morning we can walk this path together, reminding each other of life's simple but meaningful choices. I'd also love to hear from you. Among the 4 foods we talked about today, which one will you try first? Leave a comment below. Your story may inspire and uplift other seniors on their journey. Together, we're building a mindful community. Not loud, not rushed, but steady and full of grace. Because memory health isn't hidden in pills. It's found in how we live kindly with ourselves every single day. Love your body as the home that has sheltered you from sun and rain your whole life. It deserves to be cared for with the best things. Aging doesn't dull your beauty. It deepens and brightens it, especially when you learn to truly listen to yourself. And finally, as a gentle thank you, allow me to leave you with one small message. Beauty is not in age, but in how tenderly we hold ourselves each day.